Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Roma interested in signing Manchester United midfielder. Roma are reportedly interested in signing Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, the Serie A club want to bolster their midfield and view McTominay as an ideal option. Roma manager Jose Mourinho was a big fan of the player during his time at United. Mourinho loved McTominay's physicality and often trusted him to start important games. The 26-year-old would fit in well at Roma and could be a brilliant addition to their squad. McTominay is not Erik ten Hag's first choice, and United could consider offloading him this summer. The club must generate a significant amount through sales if they wish to buy older summer targets. Financial fair play has restricted United this window. After signing Mason Mount, Ten Hag is keen on adding at least a goalkeeper and a striker. Inter's Andre Onana and Atalanta's Rasmus Højlund are the prime target, but a deal has yet to be agreed upon. With United acting as erratic as ever, one can still expect plenty of surprises in the transfer window. The uncertainty surrounding the takeover process makes it ever more chaotic. The Athletic hint at Manchester United's Mason Greenwood decision. By the second weekend of August, before the start of the Premier League season, Manchester United are expected to make clear their final decision on Mason Greenwood. That's according to The Athletic, who note that 5 months have passed since the charges of attempted rape, assault, and coercive control against the player were dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service. United's own internal investigation has gone on for even longer, with some quarters even tying the indecision to the ongoing takeover saga. It would hardly be a surprise to see the Glazer family try to leave the issue to the next owners of the club, should that situation ever reach a resolution. But according to the Athletic sources, the length of time taken is a reflection of the thoroughness of the club's investigation. As it stands, the final decision is thought to rest with CEO Richard Arnold and co-chairman Joel Glazer. As reported by the People's Person earlier in the week, a loan move have been mooted with Italy as a potential destination, and that is corroborated by the Athletic's report, in which it's claimed that Man United are minded to keep Greenwood contracted to the club. That means that, at this point, an outcome involving termination of the player's contract or a sale of the player appears highly unlikely. That's despite the academy graduate currently taking no part in the preseason, which has begun today. There remain many around Old Trafford who are unsettled by the prospect of bringing Greenwood back into the fold, and it's understood that there is a split between the commercial side of the club and the sporting one. Rio Ferdinand reacts to Mason Mount move to Man United. Former Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand believes that Chelsea will regret allowing Mason Mount to join forces with Erik ten Hag's team following Wednesday's transfer announcement. United confirmed the 24-year-old playmaker as the club's first summer signing, as the Red Devils convinced the Blues to sanction the sale with a substantial bid worth £55 million plus another £5 million in add-ons. It took United plenty of time and effort to find an understanding with their Stamford Bridge counterpart, but the hard labor has paid off as Mount prepares to begin a new adventure at Old Trafford, and Ferdinand, who captained one of the most successful generations in Man United history, is over the moon for the transfer. Taking to his Twitter account to appreciate the deal, he said, "Really pleased with Mount coming in. Young, talented, and hungry, he has the experience of big games with the pressure which comes when playing for United. As a player, he will bring us goals, creativity, a work ethic, and a willing runner into the opposition box. He definitely adds to what we have in the squad and is different from the others in midfield. I actually think in time Chelsea will regret selling Mount." Mount's 18-year association with his boyhood club, but a new chapter is about to begin, with the Englishman set to team up with Man United star-studded midfield cast. After landing Casemiro and Christian Eriksen in his maiden transfer window at the Theatre of Dreams last summer, Ten Hag has added another top player to his glittering midfield lineup. But as Ferdinand suggests, it's time to focus on signing a world-class striker to increase firepower and the team's chances of fighting for the Premier League title next season. He completed his Twitter post with a message to the club to step up their effort to sign a new prolific marksman. He wrote, "Now for a number 9. Newcastle moving forward with a huge proposal for Man United target Gonzalo Ramos. Newcastle United are moving forward with a huge proposal to sign Manchester United target Gonzalo Ramos, according to Portuguese publication El Jogo. The 22-year-old was in scintillating form for Benfica last season. He scored 27 goals and provided another 12 assists from 47 appearances for the Primera Liga Giants. His form has attracted interest from United and Paris Saint-Germain, but Ojogo claim it's the Magpies who are preparing their first move for the striker. The Tennessee outfit are looking to strengthen their squad after securing Champions League qualification and are moving forward with a big money offer for Ramos. Ramos currently has a release clause worth 120 million euros in his contract, but Benfica are prepared to sell him for 80 million euros, about 68.5 million pounds, during the summer's transfer window. The Red Devils recently secured the signing of Mason Mount from Chelsea, and they are currently focusing on the transfer of Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana. A couple of verbal proposals have been made to the Nerazzurri, but the Red Devils have yet to meet the 60 million euros valuation set by the Serie A giants for the goalkeeper. Judging by United's slow process, it could take another week or two before they finalize the fee for Onana. By that time, United could lose Ramos to Eddie Howe's side. In our opinion, the club need to work simultaneously on multiple deals. The current strategy of negotiating for one player at a time needs to change very soon. Ramos is one of the most sought after young strikers in world football at the moment. He enhanced his reputation last winter after a stellar hat-trick for Portugal at the World Cup. Aside from his goal contributions, the youngster has also excelled with his high pressing, hold-up play, and ability to provide key passes. United have already spent £55 million of their £120 million pre-sales budget on Mason Mount and have only £65 million left. They may need to prioritize Ramos signing first, despite holding talks for Onana. Man United in competition with Chelsea for Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. Manchester United are in the competition with Chelsea to sign Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic this summer, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Red Devils recently completed the signing of midfielder Mason Mount from the Blues. They are currently in negotiations with Inter Milan for goalkeeper Andre Onana. A centre forward is another top priority for United before next season, and it's reported that they could compete with the Blues to sign Vlahovic from the Bianconeri. Corriere dello Sport claimed that the Serie A giants have set an asking price of 80 million euros for the 23-year-old, but it's unknown whether either club would pay such a fee. Vlahovic has had a difficult 18-month spell with the Bianconeri, where he has struggled with form and fitness issues. He has netted only 23 goals from 63 games for them. There are no surprises that they are prepared to cash in on him. In our view, United should avoid an approach and instead focus on landing Gonzalo Ramos for the same price. The Portuguese was outstanding for Benfica in the recently concluded campaign. He registered 27 goals and 12 assists from 47 appearances for the club in all competitions. Ramos is 18 months younger than Vlahovic and possesses better attributes. The 22-year-old can hold up play, provide key passes, and likes to press defenders consistently. Ramos would be a better investment over Vlahovic in our opinion, but the big question is whether the Red Devils can afford to sign him if they succeed in purchasing Onana. The club have a limited pre-sales budget of £120 million, and they may need to recoup funds from player sales before an approach to sign the highly rated marksman. This could put them at risk of missing out on Ramos. Reports in Portugal have claimed that Newcastle United are moving forward with a huge proposal to sign the striker, as we mentioned before. Meanwhile, Chelsea are known to be interested in Vlahovic. United's name is probably being used by his representative to persuade the Blues to speed up talks with Juventus. Man United have found agreement with Sofyan Amrabat's entourage. Manchester United have found an agreement with the entourage of Fiorentina midfielder Sofyan Amrabat, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Red Devils announced the arrival of midfielder Mason Mount from Chelsea earlier yesterday. The England international has put pen to paper on an initial 5-year deal. United boss Erik Ten Hag is open to pursuing a second midfielder, and Gazzetta dello Sport claim that there is an agreement in place with Amrabat's camp. The Italian outlet add that United are yet to meet Fiorentina's €30 million valuation for the 26-year-old. Atletico Madrid are also looming in the background. The Red Devils recently made a huge outlay of £55 million to land Mount from the Blues. With this, they have already used up part of the £120 million budget before player sales. United are currently in talks with Inter Milan for goalkeeper Andre Onana. They have filed with an offer of £39 million. Inter are adamant that they want £51 million to consider a deal. The club are optimistic that they can strike an agreement with Inter soon. This could be a reason why they have not made any proposal to land Rabat from La Viola. United need at least one senior midfielder heading for the exit door to recoup funds for the Moroccan. There are other issues along the way. Rabat is unlikely to join United to play second fiddle to Casemiro for the number 6 position. He may want assured playing time next season. Gazzetta dello Sport have not mentioned Barcelona's interest, but that is another concern for United. Rabat seems determined to join Barcelona and is awaiting an offer from them. Man United planning fresh €52 million bid for Onana. Manchester United are planning a fresh bid for Inter Milan goalkeeper Andre Onana in the next few days, according to Sky Sport Italy. The Red Devils have already made 2 verbal offers for the Cameroonian star. They recently proposed to pay €45 million, including add-ons for Onana, but the offer was rejected. Sky Sport Italy now report United are weighing up a third bid of €52 million for the 27-year-old. The Nerazzurri continue to ask for €60 million for their prized asset. The Red Devils are working on a limited budget this summer, and they are reluctant to overpay for any player. They are keen to avoid the mistake made during last summer's transfer window. The club could have signed Antony for around €60 million in early July, but ended up paying €100 million before the transfer deadline. The Brazilian is a quality player, but Ajax took advantage of United's situation. Hence, we are not surprised that United are negotiating hard for Onana, who called time on his international career last year after 34 caps. They recently signed Mason Mount from Chelsea. With difficult add-ons, they would only be paid if Mount wins multiple major trophies and plays a high percentage of the relevant matches. In our view, the club should propose something similar to Inter. United's upcoming offer is not far from Inter's asking price, but we won't be surprised if the Nerazzurri hold out for a higher sum. The San Siro outfit are aware that Onana is United's top goalkeeper target and will be aiming to secure the best deal possible. They could use most of the funds to re-sign Chelsea's Romelu Lukaku. Man United looking at Brighton goalkeeper Robert Sanchez as a cheaper alternative to Andre Onana. Manchester United are looking at Brighton and Hove Albion goalkeeper Robert Sanchez as a cheaper alternative to Inter Milan star Andre Onana this summer, according to Daily Mail. The Red Devils are on the search for a new first-choice goalkeeper, with David De Gea's contract having expired. Onana is the priority target, and talks are currently ongoing with Inter Milan. Amidst this, Daily Mail claimed that Sanchez has been identified as a cheaper alternative as he is a good passer of the ball. Brighton will listen to offers of around £30 million. Sanchez has already represented Spain at the international level, but the 25-year-old is regarded as a homegrown player, having been at Brighton since the age of 15. Sanchez had a pass accuracy of 75% in the Premier League last season, but he was dropped by manager Roberto De Zerbi during the back end of the campaign. More than one-third of Sanchez's passes were long last term. In comparison, Jason Steele, who replaced him, was prepared to take risks with short passes against the press. Steele fared much better than Sanchez. With a pass accuracy of 88%, he also registered double the number of shot-creating actions with his ability to go direct as well. Despite Steele's displays, Brighton have signed a young goalkeeper in Bart Verbergen from Anderlecht. Sanchez is now the third-choice keeper for the Seagulls under De Zerbi. In our opinion, United must avoid pursuing a deal for Sanchez. He is prone to making errors against high-pressing teams and tends to lose possession with inaccurate long balls. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.